in a pretty tight area,
Yeah.
100,000 people. If a storm hit there, honestly, it might break us.
Yeah.
Because we've marketed so hard. I do think there is an extreme power in sticking to 100,000 people. And maybe I also should watch myself getting because I'm like, maybe Plymouth and Maple Grove are yard signs. So I'm like I'm easy to distract too.
Yeah.
Big differentiating things. And people come in going, I think I know who I want to work with.
Yeah.
And that has been really good. And it's shown up in the data.
Welcome to the Roofing Success Podcast. I'm Jim Ahlin, and I'm here to bring you insights from top leaders in the roofing industry to help you grow and scale your roofing business.
He's ruffling feathers in the roofing industry. It's time to talk to my friend Tim Brown.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
I've been trying to get on this podcast, for like 5 years?
Like 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've probably messaged you at least 3 times about it.
At least. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
And some very creative messages.
Yeah.
I was really impressed.
I
But
think I begged one time.
you may have begged.
You have a great show. That's what that means.
Thank you.
I know people listen. I've had people come up to me and be like, I really like your podcast. The Roofing Success.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not me.
Well, that's great. The industry needs both of us,
Yeah.
right? They need both of us.
Yeah.
So, you're on a new journey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is fun, man. Like, Owl Roofing launched February or January? What was the official launch?
1-ish. Yeah.
January 1-ish. So, for everyone listening, you're like, man, Jim, you can't have some new guy and some newbie on the show. Like, you interview people that have been successful for a long time, but you've been successful on the marketing side.
Mm-hmm.
And the second that you launched, I started hearing things.
Mm-hmm.
What's Tim doing there? Why is Tim doing that? What's going on with this? So what I wanted to pick your brain on, in the roofing industry, a lot of owners start from the sales side, right? They start as a sales rep and they come over from that, or maybe they were a sub and they elevated their subcontracting business into full retail or dealing with homeowners. Not many. One that I know of, shout out Hunter, that came from the marketing side.
And he did all right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Shout out Hunter Ballou, yeah.
Shout out Hunter, And so there's not many people that come from the marketing space and come into the roofing business. And so I wanted to start with, how did this come about? Like, why did you decide, we have a really successful marketing agency. I'm going to start a roofing business now.
Yeah. So I have wanted to do this for a long time. And I see a lot of things. I see opportunities. Sometimes I'll try to get clients to do certain things, and there's almost like resistance. And originally I wanted a way to show almost how to do certain things well.
Yeah.
Or at least, and some of it I have, I'm like, I don't know if it, I want to see how it works. I want to see how it works from the inside. That being said, it's kind of transformed now into no, I'm going hard.
That's right.
And it's not an experiment. We're going to go hard, and you got to go all in, right?
Yeah.
But I was encouraging my friend, Noah Berglund, to start a roofing company. We'd hang out every couple months. We have daughters the same age. And I kind of would make a ChatGPT logo for him or something. And I'd be like, dude, what if it was this? What if it was that? And then at some point he said, I'm doing it. I was like, what? Because I didn't know he's going to do it. You tell people to start a business all the time, but he's like, it's time. I'm doing it, but I want you to come along with me. And I was like, what? I was like, part of me is so happy and hopeful. And then the other part of me is like, what will the wife say? And the wife was not as opposed to it as I thought she would, because she's been turning down my other business ideas for 10 years.
Got it.
Because she's focus on the main thing,
Yes.
focus on the main thing. But we have been building up a leadership team at the other company. And so in that moment, she said, she thought about it a week or two and she said yes. And in that, I kind of realized, obviously, we're going to have to do all the things like traction and our vision, mission, core values, all those things. And it was a lot of work, even up on the upfront 2 or 3 months before we announced. And I think the biggest one marketing wise that like is foundational was like the name and stuff like that. Trying to come up with something that was iconic.
Yeah.
And the main way people always ask me like, how'd you come up with that name? And I'm just like, I was actually looking through the emojis. I can say all kinds of bullshit, but like I was looking through the emojis and I was looking for one where I could also get the .com. So I was sitting there with the emojis open and GoDaddy. And I was like, what's this now? Aardvarkroofing.com, Diamond Roofing, it's just they're all taken. Well, there's a lot of things taken. And I finally found Powell Roofing. And we were back and forth between that and ARC because Noah is my partner.
Okay. Yeah.
There's just a lot of
Yeah.
ARCs. So, and there's a lot of everything. So the hard part is finding one where there's only a couple, and I felt like I could outrank them.
So this is something that very early on the podcast, I had Dustin Beegler on, who passed away many years ago, from Apple Roofing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this conversation very clearly where we were like, how'd you come up with Apple Roofing?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, it was a short name, something that people already knew, an apple. They added roofing to it. And that was Apple Roofing.
Yeah.
And then they made the colors different than their competitors in their area and stand out against their competitors in their area. And so that same marketing thought, right? That's a marketing thing. That's branding, right? Like, how simple can we make this that people just remember it? So you're sitting there with the computer open. Here's something for people. The .com. Like, how many of you have terrible domain names? Really, really bad domain names. If you have LLC in your domain name,
delete it.
This is not good. Like,
delete it and make all the redirects.
How many words are too many words for a domain name?
It's probably letters.
Okay, letters. Right? Yep, characters. Yep, character length. Yep.
It's like probably like 7 syllables gets a little long.
Yeah.
It's trying to be as simple as possible. I also think there's a weakness to OWL because there's no consonants. It's not like
got that
roofing.com.
Yes.
There is a benefit to having like some hard consonants that give it structure. OWL is like, I do have to say it a couple times. OWL. Like if I'm in, what is that? OWL. It's like, it's just a little bit of like, it's not.
It's soft.
Yeah, it's soft.
It's soft.
So I'd say that's one thing that's a drawback to that name.
Yeah.
And I think, it's hard to give examples, but like a F or a K or something that was a little harder could give a structure to the.
Yeah. Well, and Apple.
2 syllables. Yeah.
Right.
That's
Apple.
Great. And Apple.
Apple.
P,
the P stands out. Yep.
It's got structure. So I think that's a weakness of the name.
But it's time to go. So you get it's pick and go, right? Like we make decisions and we move on, right?
I did spend longer than most people on that name.
Probably
like a month or two, or probably a month. I did it the same with Hook. Is like, you just want to spend a little longer than other people on the name. I think like spend some time with it and maybe ask, not everybody. Ask a couple smart people. Don't ask everyone. Because the truth is a lot of people would say the ARC was the better move because of that, like.
Yes, that has more of a crisp,
And it is. It's good. But if you can't own it, if there's too many of them, that's something I think nationally, I really think this is a good thing to spend time on.
Let's go.
Like, nationally, there's a lot. There's probably 10, 20 of ARCs.
Yes.
And then what does Google know? If it can't separate you from Adam, because there's so many ARCs, and it's like trying to do that, you're making it work hard.
That's right.
It's trying to understand the entity and having a clear name that most people don't have. It can understand the entity much quicker versus like it's kind of trying to separate all those out. And I think that there is an element of getting a name that most people don't like, that there aren't 10 of, there aren't 20 of.
Yeah. So unfortunately for all of you Infinity roofing companies and all variations of that, Apexes, right? There's a lot of
There's probably great ones.
they're great companies.
Titans,
There are on the roofing contractor top 100, 150 list, there might be 3 Apexes and
not that you're bad.
2 or 3 Infinities. Great companies.
It's just,
But what we're thinking about as from a marketing perspective is how will Google look at this?
yeah.
Right? We're not just saying how will the homeowners react to this? How will they think about it from a brand perspective? Can they say it correctly? Will they hear it, what you're saying with the crispness and things like that? But then also, how will Google see it?
Yeah.
Can I make it an easier path for myself?
Yeah.
Right?
And there's a embarrassment of riches that some roofing companies have. They're very good at door knocking, or they're very good at something else. So they almost feel like, well, and you see that in your area. You see this like bland, basic blue and red roofing company that they don't own their colors, and then they're doing a lot of business. So a lot of people are like, it doesn't matter. But it's like they're doing it despite that. And a lot of people are copying people that they're doing well despite some of the things being bad.
Yes.
And I think that like there's an embarrassment of riches, especially with like door knocking or other things. Like DeBella is like $100 million company, and they're not like marketing hard. They just have a very good system for door knocking and training reps.
Yes.
So it's nothing wrong with that. It's just.
But you're thinking of it from a more retail perspective then, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So we're in the Twin Cities. It's a storm restoration market.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm hearing is you're thinking retail first. You're thinking of building a brand to storm catch versus storm chase.
Yes. It's funny because there's just a storm. We definitely sent people down. I'm not like above it. It was just within an hour.
Yes.
So we went.
It's the business here. So I hope you did.
Yeah. I think that being said, probably like 60, 70% of our business so far has been retail. And that's nice.
Yes.
Because you have more control. I'm not going to sit around. We got a couple months here till like the bulk of storms would traditionally hit, or would generally hit in the cycle. And I'm not going to wait. What are you doing in the meantime? I'm going to build my company up. And then if the storm hits an area that I'm locally known, the best known roofer, then I'm going to win more quickly.
That's right. We're
probably right now in a spot where if a storm hit even already, like in the Northeast Twin Cities, in a pretty tight area, 100,000 people, if a storm hit there, honestly, it might break us.
Yeah.
Because we've marketed so hard. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm like, I don't care if it happens because we're getting 20 to 30 leads and we're 3 months in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 20 to 30 leads a week. And I'm not trying to flex that. I'm just saying like, these are the things that are going well so that people can listen to some other things I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So you spent some time on the brand.
Yes.
Right? Thinking about what is this going to look like in Google's eyes? What's it going to look like in the homeowner's eyes? Then did you go on to like your taglines and your swag and your, like, what was the order of that?
Yes. Then we were thinking about brandable chunks. And I got this from Ryan Shute, Wizard of Ads, who talks about, he's on the radio side and on the big media side. And he's talking about, he's not saying get one tagline. He's saying like, get 5 things that you can use as kind of a palette. So we have like, we give a hoot, we have who, owl roofing, and we have protect your nest, which are our top 3 kind of brandable chunks. And having a real symbol as a name makes those easier. They're puns.
Yes.
Right. But I think that you have more richness when you don't just go for one thing, you go for brandable chunks. And I learned that from him, and I think it's smart. It's kind of like, you keep on using them, but somebody will resonate with this one. Somebody will resonate with that one. That being said, I went to swag. That was probably just because that's what I know and I have fun with that. But I think one of the other good moves that we made early is I had those 3, we give a hoot, protect your nest, and who, owl roofing. And I got 100 yard signs of each. A/B testing, right?
Yeah.
I put them out all in a big wave over the course of a couple months, right in the and it was like freezing cold out.
Yeah,
It was like
still cold,
it was
Minnesota. Yeah.
negative 20 degrees. I was out there, trying to,
Yeah.
and people don't take them down as quick either because they're like cold. So then we started hearing back. Like somebody would be like, "Oh, I saw that sign." The one they saw was not my first choice. It was Who Owl Roofing. They said, "What is that sign? That's weird." And so they remembered it. So it's like the novelty and the strangeness of that one. So then that one won out of the A/B test
Yeah.
of like memorability. And so then we're scaling that up with other stuff. And it's like, I wouldn't have been the one I thought.
Yes.
And that's the cool part about like
That's
testing
marketing,
something.
man.
Yeah.
Like it's all about split testing. And so how many of you out there just went and bought yard signs?
Go buy.
And you stuck them in yards.
Yeah.
And it works, right? You're getting phone calls from them.
Mhm.
But do you know which yard sign works better than another yard sign? Have you tested multiple designs of yard signs? Right? This is a great path, I think, for people. And this is why I wanted to talk through this with you, because I think it's really helpful for a roofing company owner to understand the mind of a marketer going through the build of this, right? Like, not just, oh my goodness, I'm going to buy 100 yard signs and we'll see what happens. No, I'm going to buy 3 styles, 3 taglines, and I'm going to put them out and I'm going to listen to which one, and you won't be right. You won't be right.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, you won't be right.
That was cute. I had a cute owl on it.
Yeah.
But it's like, what I learned was people are driving. You do not read a lot.
That's right.
So if you can make it super short and huge and get them to read something, anything, and remember it, that was what I liked about. That's what I think that's good. The Who.
Yeah.
It's
one word really, and the brand name.
Too.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like plants curiosity. Yeah. Anyways, I can rehash why it went that way, but I wouldn't have thought that. I thought it was going to be we get the hoot and the cute owl, but literally, basically, people are driving and they don't read much. So the shortest thing won, I think.
Yeah. And then did you take that and revamp things on the website and other marketing materials?
So what I've done now is we just did a radio commercial and it's like all about the Who. It's like, yeah, there's a high customer service company in the Twin Cities that does roofing. And it's like, who? And that keeps on doing that over and over again in the radio commercial. And then we did it on a billboard, which I'm not recommending to early companies. Obviously, it's my second business.
That's right.
It's just fun. And then I do think it might be legitimizing a little bit, but I'm not telling you to do that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That one's still out. Yeah.
But it's fun.
We haven't tested the attribution on that one yet. Yeah.
We'll wait a second. Give Tim a couple months. But so radio ad, once again, can't endorse hitting radio ads, but I am doing some on KQ. Radio ad, billboard, and then the other one was Facebook ad. So there's me up on a roof in an owl costume using the Who thing over and over again. And I'm kind of trying to do a little bit of irritation advertising.
Okay.
You know I'm good at that.
Yes. We all know you're good at that.
But I'm hitting the Who, like who? And like it's like kind of annoying, but you're gonna like remember it. So I do think there's a little bit of benefit to being like, especially radio, from what I learned from Ryan Shute, is like there is a little bit of like if you can be a little annoying.
Yeah, it cuts through. Yeah.
Because most of it's background noise. And then all of a sudden it's like, what is that Who? And then the jingle has Who in it too.
Yeah. That's interesting, man. Like it's fun stuff. Like this is the fun stuff. Yeah. And this is, getting to play with it on your own, where you get to see what happens through closing.
Yes.
Like it's a different experience now than being the marketing agency for a company and saying, hey, what happened with those Google Ads leads? Yeah. And hoping that they attributed them properly and giving you feedback. It's much harder. We went through the same thing, right? It's like, and what kind of adjustments can you make? And what kind of things can you play with? What are you looking at from a budgetary perspective? I know, you have another successful business, so you have some means, you have the ability to invest. And what I always say is if you have faith in the outcome you'll execute.
Mhm.
And knowing that I'm sure that you have faith that if you execute these things,
Mhm.
the phone
Yeah.
will ring, right? And so you're willing to write
Yeah.
a check for a billboard, buy a few 100-yard signs, do these things that some people might be like, man, I don't know if I want to,
Mhm.
what if all 3 of those taglines don't get any traction,
Mhm.
right? Like there's a lot of, to me, that's lack of faith in the outcome. So as you're looking at your
You got
marketing budget,
better brandable chunks, you're gonna have more faith.
better brandable chunks.
Like,
That's awesome.
I do think.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's
Yeah.
yeah. And so, but putting that thought process in up front,
Mhm.
right? Someone that doesn't know how to develop brandable chunks,
Mhm.
right? And then go out and execute and attribute it. They're like, man,
Yeah.
they're just kind of, a
Totally.
lot of people are flying blind
Mhm.
from a marketing perspective. They have no clue
Yeah.
how to or what to think about when they're doing that. But now when you're thinking about that from a budgetary perspective, what is, I mean, we heard this a lot in the agency. I'm sure you guys heard it all the time. How fast am I going to get a return on investment?
Mhm.
How fast are you hoping to get a return on investment? And maybe we'll start with how fast are you looking to break even on some of these marketing efforts? And then I want to go into like how you're segmenting your budget.
Yeah. Perfect. So I think about 5%. I think 5 to 10. If you're a
Okay.
startup, I think like in my case, I'm planning on going very quickly.
Yes.
And I'm kind of front loading a little bit on some of this budget stuff. I think you kind of like, in my case, I'm hoping to hit the ground running.
Yes. And that's what I believe you have to, right?
Yeah.
Like early on, if you're trying to build momentum, there's a lot more, it takes a lot more effort to build momentum than to maintain momentum. And so for everyone listening, if you're starting out, right, you want to, if you can, whether it's time or money, but whether it's time or money, you can do it both ways. It doesn't just have to be money because you're spending time also. You're out there shooting content. You're up on the roofs. You're the one putting the yard signs out. You're the one. You're not like,
I probably put like 300 yard signs out.
You're not just outsourcing everything, right? Like, so
maybe 500.
So nice.
I mean, I'm literally like, I'm sure my neighbors, like, and people in my, but yeah, I'm going
that's awesome.
Yeah,
you should
take them down, and I just go again.
Yeah, and because you know the outcome.
Yeah.
Right. Ethan Andes that I had on the show years ago. Maybe
I took inspiration.
You took it from inspiration from Ethan, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember, he did. I had him on the podcast, and he talked about it, and it was just when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't go door to door, so he just went and put a lot of yard signs out. And all of a sudden he was like, whoa, that's making the phone ring, right? And so we could take these little bits and pieces from everyone, right? Who'd you get the billboards from? Who's your inspiration on the billboards?
I don't know if I have like a specific one for, I see roofing companies do that. Like I see Ethan do billboards. I see other companies like Monarch do big signage, like even for their office, they had a main area and big signage.
I was thinking Chris Lindahl here in Minneapolis, like
no. Actually,
like
sorry.
He's to me, that's the inspiration for billboards, right? Like
it's all of his billboards, and they're kind of obnoxious.
And he has hundreds of he might have thousands of them.
I think like 2 out of 3 of the billboards that we're putting up, because we're putting up 3, are previously Chris ones, and now they're going to just say who gigantic. But 5 to 10%. The way I'm thinking about it is a little bit half brand, half like direct.
Okay.
So like, and Google Ad, like it's funny because I've been softer and softer. Like I don't like promoting hook really hard or whatever. But like Google Ads and SEO are the biggest chunk of the core that we're getting.
That's right.
So it's hard not to say it without saying that. And that is, I think it's really good to get SEO and PPC leads because the intent is very high. I think in terms of intent, I think the highest intent leads you can get. So whatever that looks like to you, what is intent to purchase? What's the highest intent to purchase? Search is one of those things. On the brand side, it's all, I've been hammering this on my content for a long time. Seeds over leads. I'm planting long-term seeds, and the longer from in my experience, the longer term that you can think, the cheaper the, and it's hard because it's like anecdotal at best. But you and I both have probably seen it. Like when you do these long-term things, they almost, from my point of view, it gets cheaper. Everything gets cheaper.
Everything gets cheaper.
And so I'm doing it all thinking about 2 and 3 years. And so some people might, so when I get a lead that turns in, like right before this, I had a call with my co-owner, and it was a yard sign that I put out last Friday that just closed. I went from yard sign to Googling us to roofle to closed.
Yeah.
And that was like 4 or 5 days. That's the outlier though.
Yes.
Most times I'm thinking about like, if I could just get them to remember the name, then maybe when the storm hits or whatever else, I just want them to remember one name, Owl, because it's like the other names are harder to remember. And if I can get them to remember that name, then everything will be better. But I'm thinking 2 or 3 years. And if it's 5 days, then that's a bonus lead.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. If it comes in quickly, that's bonus.
Yeah. But it is a good sign because it means things are like hidden, but it's not the only thing I'm thinking about.
The intention.
It helps kind of give you a sense that it's working, but there's a lot more working than just what you're seeing.
Yes.
And I think that was Facebook ads too. Like I'm doing Facebook ads, a couple $1,000s a month in a tight radius of 100,000 people, but I'm not necessarily thinking, oh, give me the leads or else I'm out. I'm going to do it no matter what, because I need that market to soften towards our brand. So about half of what I'm doing is soften the market with brand. And then half of what I'm doing is direct leads now, please.
Yes. We need to pay the bills.
We need to pay for the billboard.
So if you were like 5 to 10% is too wide of a range for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. If I had to really guess, we'll probably do about 6 or 7 because I can't help myself.
Yeah. So you'll be in that 6, 7 range. And so say 3.5%. Yeah. 3.5. And are you thinking of your goal, or are you thinking of, how are you thinking of that? What is that, say 7% of? Is it your goal, or is it what you guys are closing on a monthly basis?
That's a super
like, how are you looking at?
What is it 7% of? That's right. Or like, that's such a crazy question because we have no idea. It's first year, no idea.
No idea.
So I'm saying 5 million.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. And it would be
goal is 5 million.
I'm kind of trying to hit like 5% of 5 million.
Yep.
And I know that most people should not do that.
Why?
I don't think, because I also like have an initial investment.
Yeah.
Like that's like $161,000 that Tim has put in of his own money into this company. And if you don't have that, then I don't know. I'd probably do like a 5 or 6% of like 2 or 3 million if you have confidence in yourself. But no one knows.
No one knows.
2 months ago, I didn't know for sure, but I should.
No one knows.
Podcast,
no one
wouldn't have known, and I would have had like lower confidence in myself. I was really second guessing all this stuff.
So for everyone, we're learning along the way, right? Everyone's learning along the way. You're learning along the way, even though you've done marketing for roofing companies for a lot of years. It's a new thing. You're still learning. It's still figuring out what will work in this market, in this sub-market of this market, with this brand, like there's a lot of extra things that you're considering in that.
And I can only tell you our goals.
That's right.
And I like this spot in the story because so we did 750,000 in the last 40 days. In sales, not in collected money. And our goal for May is $1 million, $1 million May, but I have no certainty. I have no clue if I'm going to hit it. I just know that already this month we've done about 220,000. And it's like the 6th or 7th. It's like the 7th day. So just to give a sense of like where we're at in this journey, no certainty, but a lot of like hope. That's where I'm at in my journey.
How many people selling?
So we have 4 full-time salespeople currently. And if they aren't running a lead, they're supposed to be knocking or doing like referral relationships.
Self-gen activity. And
then that's like it's a little hard because we're giving them a little bit more leads than, maybe they got before. So they're already getting complacent. You know, so I'm starting to like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a little bit more vigilant on that.
Where are you at with leads per day? How many? Like,
Yeah.
it's still new
Right
to you,
now,
right?
yeah.
Like, what are you
Right now, it's
thinking?
about a lead per day.
Lead per day per rep.
Per rep. And I'm
Yeah.
actually trying to, because I think it's like gonna go up a little bit.
Yep.
And so I'm trying
Yeah,
to get
because
it
we're early in the
consistent.
season here. It's still
Yeah.
cold out. It was 30 something
Yeah.
degrees this morning. It's ridiculous. Don't move here.
Yeah, exactly. And probably two more reps, 1 or 2 more reps.
Got it.
And then the owner, the other owner with me, percentage owner is Noah Berglund,
Yep.
bigger percentage, and he's a sales leader. So he's been babysitting a little bit. He's going out, he's helping people close their deals.
Yep.
And it's good, but it's a lot of time for him because
Yes.
he's like kind of going out with multiple people on particularly bigger deals. And then we have 2 production leaders, and one of them kind of sells. He's already been selling
Okay.
a good chunk. So he's kind of like, he'll just pull in referrals and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the 50-50 split. Let's talk about, so 50% is going into brand.
Yeah.
Name the things that you're considering as brand.
Yes. I would say Facebook ads, I'm considering as brand, a couple $1,000,
Yep.
whatever. I'm doing a lot of yard signs, probably $500 a month at least on yard signs. I'm
The billboard.
Billboard, yeah, radio, and like we like all swag.
Swag.
Like
Yep.
we gave away owls at
Yep.
our daycare, and we've got a lot of owls.
Yep.
The brand on
Yeah.
them. We did get one closed deal from that so far, but I think that one's more brand.
Yeah.
And then we were going to event stuff and giving those out with like kids.
Yeah.
And then because our target market is like moms, kind of more wealthy moms, 45 years old, probably work a little bit, but home a lot. And then they're like kind of stressed out time wise. So they're just like, please manage this for me. I don't want to work with a company that doesn't have a project manager.
So you have created a customer persona, an avatar
Yes.
that you are targeting.
Yes. Yes. And it actually like, it has direct implications, and a really obvious one besides just like Facebook ad demographics or whatever is like, when I go out doing yard signs, and this is going to feel elitist, but I go to Starbucks and Target. I don't even go across the street to Walmart. I don't put out I put out yard signs going in and out of Starbucks and Target. And I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm going for a particular type of homeowner that doesn't want the cheapest thing.
Yeah. That's awesome. See, these are the things, right?
Yeah.
These are the things that we're thinking of from a marketing perspective.
Yeah.
Like, who is our customer?
Mm-hmm.
Who's our perfect customer? What do they do? Where do they go? Where do they shop? What do they eat? What do they like?
Yeah. And you only have so much time.
That's right.
So I don't have time to do every single, like every store. Like when I'm doing the yard signs coming in and out of stuff, I like retail and just for other yard sign tips. Cause I think I'm like probably the most obsessive yard sign guy in the country right now. And cause I really like it, is then off ramps.
Off ramps for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to off ramps and I'm bop. And like they get taken down much slower. It's kind of like I've figured out, it's like what gets taken down slower. That's doing all this. I learned a lot about like, there's certain areas, like if you're just going right on the right away or whatever on main roads, they're just going to get taken down.
Yes.
But if you're going outside of like in retail environments, because it's not the city's jurisdiction anymore, it's like the landlord. And then highways, when it's coming off of a highway, I don't know if it's that town's jurisdiction. So those are the ones that get taken down much slower.
Much slower. Yeah. So usually you can check the jurisdictions of the cities and which ones. There are cities that are much more intense about
you gotta
it.
know that. Like,
so if you're in an unincorporated area, like that's really good. Things that we used to do in the real estate business when we bandit signs, we called them, for like cash for homes and things like that, is like freeway entrance and exit. Like freeways those were fantastic. But then also we would go high.
Ah, nice. I need to get into that.
Because then like the city enforcement person doesn't want to get out of their truck and go get it.
Exactly.
So,
I really love signs.
Yeah.
So fun.
All right, let's talk about the performance side. That's the brand side. So half of the effort is going into the brand side, equally to the performance side, because we know the performance side is buyer intent, right? There's commercial intent there. It's where the person is at in the journey that they're ready to make that phone call.
And it's usually what everyone focuses on.
Yes.
So it's a little bit more crowded. Like
for sure.
All the stuff's crowded. So
that's why Google ads are so expensive.
Yeah. Exactly.
Before we carry on with the episode, let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors. Roofers, let's get real. You're great at building roofs, but are you great at building a steady stream of leads? That's where Job Nimbus Marketing comes in. They know the roofing industry inside and out, and they'll help you dominate Google, Facebook, reputation management, and everything in between. If you want more quality leads, more booked jobs, and more growth, visit the link in the description or the sponsors page on the Roofing Success Podcast website. I talk to contractors every day that feel stuck. Not because they're not working hard, but because they're missing the structure to growth without chaos. Or their culture's falling apart because their team's unclear, unaligned, or just burned out. And when change hits, they're reacting instead of leading because time and priorities aren't under their control. Day 41 Thrive helps to fix that with proven strategies for growth, culture, and leadership that actually work. Ready to thrive beyond the storm? Visit the link in the description or visit the Roofing Success Podcast website on the sponsors page to start your journey today. There's no reason you're seeing our sponsor Coast pop up all over the roofing industry right now. Roofing businesses that use Coast can save an average of 1.5 days on their monthly book closing process. So if you use QuickBooks, Sage, or NetSuite, your Coast transactions can sync directly to those platforms. But the real game changer is the fraud protection. With Coast's telematic integrations, GPS is used to make sure that the truck is actually at the pump before the transaction goes through. If the truck isn't there, the transaction doesn't go through. Click the link in the description and see how Coast can level up your business. The Coast Visa commercial credit card is issued by Celtic Bank, subject to credit approval. Results may vary.
So that's why Google ads are so expensive.
Yeah, exactly. and it's hard to explain. Like it's like your cost per lead's $500.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but
you guys have been running Google ads for contractors for years, and you must know some magic, Tim, that you're getting these for cheaper, and that's why you're investing in them.
Unfortunately, Jim, I feel your sarcasm, but it's true. I do.
Why is that?
Because of brand.
Yeah.
And that is because of all the stuff we're doing on the brand side. It makes and then we've seen this over and over again.
Over and over.
Monarch Roofing, Apple, Ethan Andy's, like brand heavy. Those guys are, and it's weird. We'd always be like, what? Their fucking leads are, sorry. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're $70 a lead. What is going on? It's all brand. And I will say, after seeing, and there's a lot of our clients that are getting pretty low cost per lead.
Yeah, for sure.
But some of them,
the clients that have that spend more time on brand
cheaper
will almost always result in a lower cost per lead from a Google ad. Yeah.
And it's not just the branded ads.
Yes.
That we separate those out and our costs are still lower for brand heavy roofers. And why? Because when they're looking down the little list, they see a name they've recognized and then they click through at a higher rate.
That's right.
Or one that sounds good or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's not just that. I think in that case, they've seen it before, so they're ready to click. And I think that ours have also come in hotter. And the leads, literally Hook team is what is going on with you guys? And I'm like, I had to think about it because I'm like, name, okay. But it's they'll come in I need a full roof replacement now. I'm like, I think it's spam because it looks like they're coming in so hot. I'm like, this is fake. This is some guy in a different country fucking with us. And it's not. It'll be the hottest lead you've ever seen. And it's because I think all the, we have this our website has got the families on it and there's babies and there's we were explaining everything, and we've got
Yes.
3 big differentiating features with the like
Speak about those. So
owl aftercare kit, the protect your nest system, and the 3-step cleanup that we do every job, and like those things.
some Marcus Sheridan influence on the naming of the programs.
Oh, yeah. It's the warm
Beautiful.
and coziness, because everything we've done is supposed to be cozy. And then it's the big differentiating things, and people come in going, I think I know who I want to work with.
Yeah.
And that has been really good. And it's shown up in the data. So like, it's all this soft, fluffy stuff that ends up like showing up in the data, like for real. And I am still trying to figure out why they're coming in so hot. I'm like, what else is going on?
Are you targeting that northeastern area? Like, so you're very targeted in your geographic targeting of your Google ads
we have a couple,
so that you're overlapping that brand, because no one's going to see you in Eden Prairie, right? Like for people that don't live here in the southwestern suburbs.
Yes.
You're in the northeastern suburbs.
We have a couple like littler campaigns, like in like Woodbury, where there's storms. We have a couple, like I think Minnetonka had a storm. Like, we'll do the offshoot things, but most of our stuff,
most of your budget, where's your budget is going to?
Is going to the 100,000 people that we've decided is our target market.
100,000 people. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to you don't have to be the everything to everyone to the whole. You know, we have about 3.8 million people here in the Twin Cities. And I've told this story a few times. I was talking to someone about this morning. Adam Bensman used to come to town and train a company up in maybe Champlin or in that area. Did $40 million a year. Never heard of him. I ran into Tony Flatham over at Win the Storm one time. Met him at Win the Storm. Those guys do 60, 80 million. I don't see Build Strong on my side of town. I live in the western suburbs. Like, there is so much business out there to focus on that very specific market and being very intentional in that market. There's a lot of power to it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to spread your budget around 3.5 million people when you could put your budget on 100,000 homes. Like,
I will say
that's interesting.
So we are on certain things. We're not going to turn down business
for sure.
Anywhere in the Twin Cities, we're not going to turn
down. No one will.
But we will, like, for instance, SEO stuff. It's like, obviously I'm going faster on SEO than because it's just like I'm sitting there and Hook's sitting there. So it's like both. And I'm going a little, I'm kind of spreading but it's like any direct response stuff, Google ads, Facebook ads, etc. So I am like spreading out on SEO, because it's like, might as well.
And because that's one of those, to me, there's the short-term, midterm, and long-term marketing, right? Brand is long-term. I put SEO in the midterm, right? And so, like, you have to plant those seeds. You have to get those pages built. You have to get the links. You have to get you have to build all of that stuff first. Then you start to realize the results from it. So it's putting in some of that effort now that'll pay off later for Minnetonka and for Eden Prairie and for Bloomington or wherever you're,
Yeah, this will probably get a little bit like boring for a second for just super hardcore SEO stuff, but it's like the 5 main cities. Once I'm like 1, 2, and 3 on the 5 main cities with those 100,000 people, then I am going ahead. We're not targeting, but I'm like looking at Plymouth and Maple Grove, because it's like, it's a premium. There's a lot of premium homes. And a large chunk of people where it's a little easier. They'd be searching
your Starbucks target market, right?
Yeah, exactly. Starbucks target, and they're not that far away. So it's like 15 minutes.
Yes.
So like then SEO is going ahead to that midterm, and like for 2027, that's the way I'm thinking about it. It's like 2027 work. Because if we're doing well in these other ones, which we are 1, 2, and 3 for those 5 main cities, and then kind of like shifting to this next market. It's like, but it's like, because I'm hardcore, like so hardcore. I don't know if I'd recommend that to everyone. I do think there is an extreme power in sticking to 100,000 people, and maybe I also should watch myself getting because I'm like maybe Plymouth and Maple Grove for yard signs. So I'm like I'm easy to distract too.
Yeah, go a little harder than
Yeah.
add a little fuel to it,
Yeah.
and distract from the main mission sometimes.
Yes, exactly. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Would not recommend it. Not recommend it, but it is very common.
So Google Ads is performance based. You're considering SEO performance based.
I like midterm performance based. Yeah.
Anything else on the performance based side? Like
I am doing two things, and both are in exchange partners of mine. So I want to like acknowledge that. But there's bid mailers, which we've already gotten about $200,000 of jobs from.
Nice.
Bidmailers.com, and we're sending out bids with the home on the front. And a bid inside, and we just closed one for 95,000. We send a bid for 30,000. How does that work? Is because like they have other options that they can choose, and they chose a very high end shingle, and they chose some other things. So like they know it's a bid, and it just kind of gets you in the door, foot in the door. It's like it opens, it's good direct mail, right?
Yes.
And then second is Ride the Wave. Once again, partner thing, but we are getting 3 to 5 leads a week from that. And it's essentially, it's 100 to 200 Facebook groups in the Twin Cities. And we're posting is usually like heartwarming stories. It's really the same thing over and over again, but it's like, hey, I'm a proud but tired dad. And we're just, but I'm also growing this little roofing company. And like, it's a picture of like completed job and the truck and my family. And then there's like a estimate form, and people are filling out the estimate form.
That's awesome.
And I think it's been like 4 this week so far. I think it was like 3 that were through the estimate form and 1 that came through Roofle that I kind of tracked back.
Some of the best marketing is stuff that doesn't look like marketing.
Yeah. It feels like just, and I do think if you're going to do this, because I see it all the time, there's no interaction on a lot of people's posts in these Facebook groups. And it's because they're just straight promoting. If you can make it feel like a human interest piece, like you can probably steal the concepts from this without paying Ride the Wave. But I think that it's just a diligent execution because they're posting in 1 to 2 Facebook groups a day. And it's like consistent. And it is spread out. In that way, that's performance based and that's spread out. So like there are things I'm doing that are spread out. And I think that I believe Facebook groups are a little undertapped, but I never have seen it done this well. And but that is performance based.
Yes. That's interesting because it's almost an organic, it's almost an organic performance based, right? Like because of the way you're structuring it, because you are looking for an attribution out of that form fill. Like, or get an estimate. Are you using Roofle on that too? Like a Roofle link, or what are you doing?
We're literally, they're using their own form.
Oh, they have a form.
Like
okay.
A form.
Okay. So it's just a form submission.
There's no even landing
Got
page.
it.
It's just like, if you would like an estimate, fill
out the form.
People are filling it out. I literally, I'm kind of surprised. Anyways, those are the 2 weird ones that I feel like are like surprises a little bit. I mean, I thought bid mailers was super cool, but it was
it's a great concept. If you
cool to see closed deals.
For sure.
And like that big one kind of made it like, even if we were paying like retail for that, it would have made it wildly worth it. And $200K as a small business, like that's like a third or fourth of our business so far.
Nice. That's awesome.
Google and those 2 things.
All right. So you have brand, you have your performance, about 50-50. Now you get to see more. You have visibility beyond just that attribution. What are you shooting for in terms of a customer acquisition cost?
Not thinking about it yet.
Not even thinking.
Being honest.
I
mean, like on Google Ads, like okay, that's a lie. If it's less than $1,500,
got it,
to acquire a customer, that's where I like think of it. It's like, and if somebody,
that's the goal.
I would guess almost people are like listening to like that's crazy. $1,500.
Some people think, and some people are like, yeah, that's nothing.
I think that $250 a lead or less, and $1,500. But it's like there's a lot of brand in there. So then, like if I look at it that way, it's like, okay, close 1 of 4 leads, and then $500 for brand for long term. So that would be a way to look at it. I haven't like thought about it that way before, but it's like $1,500 marketing per closed deal. 500 is brand, 1,000 is direct response, and get 1 of 4. Close 1 of 4 at least. And like then people would be like, I just like anticipate objections or whatever. It's like, you only have a 25% close rate. That's so normal, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think like if you have a higher one, congratulations, that's so cool.
But it's what's the close rate on what? Yeah. Here's the other thing that people don't talk about in close rate is like you have a lot of people that work a lot of referral business. Mm-hmm. They have exceptional close rates. Mm-hmm. Then you have people that work straight Facebook leads. And they have a very low close rate. Like,
but you can get a lot of leads.
But there's a lot of leads quick, right? So there's always an in between. And I know people shoot for the 30%, the 35, like you know what I mean? Like
and I'm cool
yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah. And so that's a way to look at it too, because I think that it's smart to think like, hey, I'm not going to overshoot this. Like I'm not going to say we're going to close 40% and this is and now I'm going to run my numbers back off of a 40% close rate. If you get to a 40% close rate, phenomenal, right? What else have you thought about? What are the other things what's been in Tim's mind? You kind of walked us through what happened, but let's revisit it. What was the path of importance? Mm-hmm. And then let's go into the future of things that you still want to set up that you haven't yet.
Yeah. So when saying all these things that I feel like are important, brand and name being kind of foundational, but a lot of this stuff might feel a little out there and it's hard to say for sure what's really working and what's not. Marketing is a soft science. It's a little imperfect, especially when you're brand heavy.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. But there's a lot of attribution around some things that we've mentioned, and I kind of tried to give clarity on that so people aren't confused on. Path to importance. I mean, the website being good and the SEO being good and having all the pages up for the key cities was important. We did a lot of lists, like best of and city, and that's been doing really well for us. It's also doing really well on AEO. So I would say those are like pretty crucial. Google Maps too, and like putting a lot of emphasis on that, trying to get reviews, trying to get putting photos and GBP posts. That's really important. And then some of this gets a little experimental and fun, but if bid mailers and Ride the Wave have already closed deals for us, I want to like mention those. Kind of like how fast are you going to go?
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't realize we were going to get so many leads this quick. I was like shooting for 10 a week if possible, please. And then like for whatever reason, it's all been working a little bit better than I thought. I knew a little bit more than I thought, which is good. Thought I might, but I didn't know. And I do. And that's good. But I didn't know. And I thought we were going to be knocking more doors. So actually
got it.
The path needs to include knocking doors, and it hasn't been as much. We've probably been knocking about 200 doors a week. And I think that's really low and probably not good long-term. Because I think it's not just that you need to knock around jobs. It's that you're actually wasting warm opportunity if you don't, in my opinion.
Yep.
So like I just went and knocked around 2 jobs on Friday because it's a warm opportunity. And I believe that if we didn't, that's stupid. So the street in a cul-de-sac of both, I just went boom, 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 boom. And then I like told this rep that closed one of the deals, I'm like, that needs to be knocked all the way. Like more, I just did 5 or 6, but please like do the like greater vicinity. Cause those are like, it's so visual. Those are riper.
Something else you're doing. What are you doing on the job sites? I saw some pictures.
Yes. So, and this probably is from Dimitri, but I always felt like, job site is the greatest visibility opportunity. And it also speaks to the quality of your work. So people assume that your work is good if you have nice looking things on there. So we have catch-all, we call it the protect your desk system. We put up a tent on, you know what, we put it up on one job so far. The point is I'm planning on doing it more. We don't have that many things built yet. So but I'm trying, and we're getting another one. So we're going to put those up, on multiple jobs a day. I'm hoping to make that a consistent thing. It's a little bit of a hope at this point, but I do think it looks good, and I think it says something to people that are, and you can make that into a billboard. Catch-all is a billboard. That's a billboard. We have a big like tarp right there. We used extreme canopy, and it, they have like, you can put on like essentially like even on the front of the tent, just like essentially it's a big tarp with a printed thing, and it's pretty like in your face, like because we put it on the street.
Yeah.
So it's like another billboard. The catch-alls make you look like you are a cleaner roofer, and then we put the yard signs on the job. So like there's 2 or 3, and then the truck's there. So then you got 4 things that are all kind of just screaming the name of the company on day of build. And then I knock. And then I have door knockers, or like, sorry, I want us to knock every time. I'm not sure we're doing that perfectly yet, but I've got the door hangers that are like construction notices. It's like the little yellow and black diagonal lines, and then like big red text that's like, your neighbor just got a new roof. And like, we're just putting those on and knocking. And I think that that's a little bit more persuasive too, to like do the construction notice type marketing.
Yeah. So you're doing all the things.
Yes, doing a lot of things.
All the things. So not just the things that you did from an agency perspective. You're doing those and doing those well. Yeah. But then you're also taking the things that you learned from the people that you worked with and got to be friends with around the industry and saw around. Like, yeah, if I did this, I would do that. If I did this, I would do that. So it's a culmination of all these things, which everyone can do. You're taking your ideas from the same places, right? We're all looking and going, oh, that's a good one. Roden Roofing down in Wichita was where I first learned, like he talked about, I had him on the podcast, John, putting on a show for the neighborhood. Yeah. Right? Like the catch-all, the tents, the flags, the equipped are parked in a certain area. Like he had it down, like every job site was like a picture because of the way that they did it. And it's like all of these things, we all know we should do them. Right? We all know that we should do them. You know that you're still in the beginning stages and you understand like, I don't know if this is happening on every one yet. Yeah. But there's a goal in that, right? Now we're working backwards. We're working into our metrics and saying, what percentage of our jobs had this, right? Is this part of the team's checklist to do that? You know, like,
and all that's a little messy on our part.
For sure. It's new.
Into like this business, which is like really good at marketing and sales, at least marketing. We're closing at a pretty good rate. Yeah. And then in the inside, there's a lot of messiness, a lot of like, it's not like the jobs aren't good. We have great crews and we have good project managers, but there's a lot of clunkiness to all this because it's a new business.
Everyone's figuring it out.
And, so that's, we're hiring an operations manager essentially, and like, starting in the next week or so, next 2 weeks. Sorry, I'm very excited. And there's going to be a lot to clean up because we're going a little faster than is perfect.
Yep. That's all right.
Yeah.
Right. Speed to execution wins, man. But having a feedback loop to determine what you're doing wrong and make iterations onto how you can improve. That's all we're doing all the time. There's no, like, no one has it right. No one has it right. Like, there's always shit breaking everywhere in every company out there.
That's a very good note. That's like so important because most people, like, they watch podcasts, and even the best people, like, if we don't talk about the problems, it's kind of fake.
It is fake. Yeah. Everyone has problems. Everyone has problems, no matter what they put on social media.
And thank God.
That's right.
We get to like forgive each other a little bit too.
And that's what we do. That's what business is solving problems. Like if there weren't any problems to solve, it'd be easy and then everyone could do it.
Yeah. We got Pedro on my team, who's a production, like in the field production manager. And he is like super risk averse. And he's like very like, this is really fucked up. We have a lot of stuff going on and I'm scared. And we're like, hey, Joe, we got this. Like, we got to make problems. We have to make problems. Like, business is like, it's almost like you got to make them and then you got to solve them. But you can't try to not make them.
That's right. Don't try to solve problems you don't have yet either.
Yeah.
Because you will solve a problem that's not there and you won't have the things in place to actually solve it in most cases. Yeah. In most cases, SOPs are made to get broken.
Yeah.
Like they're living documents. This isn't like that. It's not like, hey, just you write one SOP once and it's good forever.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
that's not how this works.
Mhm.
Everything evolves and goes on. One thing I heard you say, and one thing that happened on one of my meetings in the RSRA, someone brought up Owl Roofing, and they were like, how is Tim showing up in the LLMs already? How is Tim showing up in ChatGPT or Gemini or something like that? So SEO, AEO.
Yeah.
Let's give some people some tips on what they can be doing with their content on their website to get the LLMs to start to recognize them and show them.
So in the last 2 weeks, we got 2 leads from Claude already. So like we're doing this, and it's an early company, and the things I've seen work so far. So first of all, I actually, when I put out that post, it was like, hey, are we ranking for Shoreview Roofing or whatever? It's like, I actually just found out on my ChatGPT that we were ranking in that list. I was so excited, and I put out that post. But I hadn't been doing AEO, so to speak, to get that. I'd been doing SEO.
So for everyone listening, AEO is mainly just SEO.
Yeah.
So,
and there's other things you can add on to it. There are a few things that I'm also doing, but I think that
slight variation.
Yeah. But in general, good SEO will affect ChatGPT and Claude and things like that. So that's good to note, because for all the people that have been doing SEO for the last 10 years,
that's right.
We probably are doing well in chatbots. But it was doing lists, right? I'm doing the 7 best companies in city. That's been one of the main things, and it's getting referenced by. And it's like, I wish it was my landing page, on all these cities. But if that's what Google wants to show, listicles, I'm going to give it what it wants. So I was mainly trying to do that. I'm trying to give it all these listicles, and then getting links to those listicles that are like, now it's like 8th, but I get a link and it goes up to 3. You know what I mean? So that's like a reasonable expectation.
How do you get a link?
So a link built from another website back to your website, and it can be through a thing called guest post. It can be through another, like I actually asked on Facebook, can I write for your website? And people let me do that. And I also earned links to theirs. So people are like, are you sure you should be outbound linking from people? It's like, yes, if you're continuing to do SEO, like it's okay to link out to other people. It's good. There are services though on the internet that you can buy guest posts.
Yes.
And there's things like roofershelper.com where you can get a link from, you can put yourself under that directory and then link to a whatever page you want, And the way I'm thinking about that too with directories on the highest power ones, if you're looking at like GAF or the Roofers Helper or your local Chamber of Commerce, you get to like write your profile. And I'm trying to think of it like almost like a third-party endorsement and write it that way a little bit.
Nice.
Feels a little gray.
Yeah.
But like if the Chamber of Commerce and Roofers Helper and GAF are all endorsing this roofer and linking to them, and the LLM is processing that information, it's going to help.
Yes.
So it's like, almost think about some of those bigger profiles that you're doing as like, write it comprehensively. Use 1,600 words if they let you to comprehensively talk about why being a GAF certified roofer in some way is.
Write your profile.
Yeah, write your profile.
Right
on that website.
On that website.
As if it's a third-party endorsement. But make it classy. Don't make it heavy-handed that way.
For sure.
But it's like, this is like a bio that is not like just from the company. It's from GA. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I'd do it. And I think that like, we've done that on a few, and I think that's getting referenced. I think the most common one is Reddit. And what I'd do is like, I would go to like a best roofers in Minnesota type Reddit post, and I'm going to say 3 roofers that I think are good. And I'm going to mention us as part of that. And I'm going to make it feel third party too, which is once again, gray feeling, but works.
Yeah.
And is getting referenced by LLMs already.
Yeah.
So there's all these things where it's like, I'm a marketer. It's a little gray, but I'm
Here's
doing what
what
I can do.
here's where I feel like a lot of contractors are going to be like, Tim, I don't want to mention my competitors.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a great question.
but
Yeah.
you're like, no, 7 best roofers in White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
And here's 3 roofers on the Reddit thread. So it
Yeah.
doesn't feel as promotional,
That's right.
but people are coming to our website to now learn about these roofers.
That's
And
right.
by the way, they're seeing my family because I put my picture of my family right up at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're seeing the little get a quote now thing that's popping out from Roofle, and they're going to, I might as well talk to them.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, it's just what cuts through the top. I'm just more like pragmatic. Yeah, I want them to go to my landing page, but if
Yes.
they're going to go to the list, I want it to be my list, not Yelp or Angie.
So I did in a coaching call on the RSRA, I pulled up your stuff and I started doing some searches in the LLMs and I found out what it is. My favorite thing in the LLMs is you get to ask, why are you showing Owl Roofing? Right?
Yeah.
Like that's what I said. And it was like, because we were looking in Shoreview, right? So it was like best roofing company, Shoreview. And so of course you're local there, you're like, that's a big, proximity is a big thing in SEO. And so it is in the LLMs also. They're going to show people in that location first. But then I said, why? Tell me the things on your website again, the chunks that you talked about on your website that were framed. How did you put that? Was it not on your homepage, like the things that differentiating features.
And those being consistent.
Yes. And those differentiating features, one of them is your inspection process.
Or
is that something
3-step cleanup? Or we have
3-step cleanup.
Yeah.
That might have been it. It might have been the 3-step cleanup.
And we try to like be consistent across other social profiles about those differentiating features.
Yes.
And like
I think that is a big thing.
Yeah.
Like when you have that across all your profiles, that was what it said. It was like, and this company offers like this type of inspection or this type of cleanup or this type of, and what I think about is like, everyone is just like Google's main goal is to provide the searcher with the best user experience so that they come back to Google and use it again. The LLMs are just doing the same thing, right? They're just trying to give us a good user experience. And so when they're thinking about, when it's considering what company to show, and you're writing content that says, we do all of these things in addition to just putting on your roof.
Yeah.
And the way you're framing it, it was something that I saw that I was like, oh, that's cool. Like it was the way you wrote it. It picked it up in the LLM and said, someone looking for a roofer would like this process. And I was like, that was a cool one too. So
I like that as like a goal for people too. Is like, if you come up with your 3 differentiating features and then you are like, we're putting our Instagram bio, our Facebook bio, any other profiles, like really trying to do those.
So the LLMs are reading that. Google's reading it.
Like consistent. It loves consistency.
It loves consistency. Yeah. This has been fun.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for roofing contractors out there that need to start thinking about their marketing a little bit better? Like thinking about their brand more intentionally, we talked about a lot of things. What are some things like, what's that, like that aha moment that you had or that you can pass on to them? That's like, this is it, man. Just focus this way, focus that way.
What do people feel when they look at your company logo? What do they feel when they look at your website? If it's nothing, or you're just trying to demonstrate competency, you probably have an opportunity. I want them to feel cozy. I'm not saying yours has to be cozy, but is there a feeling that you can try to create in your marketing? And I think that those are things to think about. Like, so if you can kind of create a feeling, if you can make people feel, you can make people remember. And so I want people to feel cozy and comfortable and like it's going to be an easy process. And so I think just like maybe you could think about what feeling you want to create? And are you doing that consistently across your marketing as well? In addition to the differentiating features, I think that that's a really good note for not only just persuasion, but for LLMs now to pick up something that is consistent. And that feeling being consistent, I think, is also really positive. Don't copy everything that Tim's doing. Don't go get fucking stuffed animals right now. I'm saying keep your main things and stop trying to reinvent yourself all the time. And do look at your top lead gen activities and order them in order of importance and keep on pushing money and effort into those things. We're not all going to go start our company over and change our name and our logo and all that stuff. But if you keep you keep your top lead gen things, you keep pushing money and effort there, and then you focus on the differentiating features and the feeling, the money goes further. I want people to focus on brand more.
Awesome.
That's really hard.
Focus on brand.
What if it's just 33% of the time?
Yeah.
Just brand marketing if you're not doing it.
Do some brand marketing. This has been another episode of the Roofing Success Podcast.
Thank you for tuning into the Roofing Success Podcast. For more valuable content, visit roofingsuccesspodcast.com. While there, check out our sponsors for exclusive offers, shop for merchandise, and sign up for our newsletter for industry updates and tips. Also, join the Roofing Success Facebook group to connect with other professionals and stay updated on the latest trends. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Your support helps us continue to bring you top industry insights. The website link is in the description. Thanks for listening.